Hi there, thanks for joining me. I'm Jennifer and this is 13 Moons Lodge, and this reading is for the week of the 16th of October to the 22nd. So diving right in here, when I was shuffling the cards, we had one fallout, and that is the 10 of Pentagrams. So again, this is indicating to me that something has come to a completion, and let's see what. Oops, we don't want that one. That was okay. You know what? I pulled it. There's no mistake. So there's two cards there. We have an extra card in our oracle reading here in our clarifying cards. Okay, keeping in mind that there is the end of a cycle happening here. We have beginning of the week. The first card that came out was Owl. So, behold sight, O ancient ones, for there is magic in the darkest of places if one dares to open their eyes. So, yeah, speaking of going into the shadow part, the parts that, in our lives, actually, I feel like it is shadow work, but I'm feeling like this is more about what's happening in our lives. So, it's recognizing struggles in our lives, challenges in our lives, and how these are actually a reflection of aspects of us that we are resisting, that we have maybe shut ourselves off to. And the reason is good. I mean, it's good. It's the stories we tell ourselves around experiences that we've had, and remembering the gift with this is remembering that, and this is the light part, the wisdom. The wisdom is gained through the difficult, the challenges, the stories, the hurts, the traumas, and that's where the wisdom is gained. That you enlighten these parts of you, but you need to go into those parts we naturally want to avoid. But it's the stories that we tell ourselves, and then it's realizing that we are just creating the stories around the experience. The experience is real, but they're neutral. And it's the stories that we tell ourselves, the stories of, that place us in the archetype of the victim or the hero, or like the person that comes in and swoops down and saves the day. But it's also a victim type of energy, or we are the perpetrator, we're the bad guy. But then again, it also comes back down to being powerless. Right. So it is recognizing your role in your stories and realizing that everybody within that experience is going to have a different story around it based on their beliefs about themselves and the world, and all those repetitive thoughts. So by stepping into those dark areas, those uncomfortable parts of ourselves, which are reflected in the world around us, which was my original point of the struggles and challenges in our life, they are there as doorways into growth about ourselves. And that is what this card is talking about. And wow, that's really deep for the very beginning of the reading. And then the seduction here is the second card that I pulled. Hearing the roaring flames with a masterful trance that calls upon heaving chest. Give in to its alluring grip, if you please, but heed my warning of the claws that draw blood without mercy. So I'm feeling with this card is saying here, and these are definitely related, is that you can keep playing the game, is what comes to me of being in the illusion of whatever archetype you want to be in your story, but trust it's going to keep you trapped and keep you suffering. So choose wisdom, choose the wiser path. Okay, so well, I know that was really, really deep for the beginning of the reading. So let's see what else is going on here. So we have the Four of Pentagrams. So yeah, there is a feeling in this of, great stability. Generally, I'm feeling that, where we are for most of us, for some of us in our lives, that, we're pretty happy. I'm feeling, there's a feeling that we've got things under control, that our bills are getting paid. Yeah, that life in general is pretty good. And we have we've achieved a certain amount of awareness, and we've achieved um, material things, and that, yeah, life is pretty good. It feels pretty stable at this point in our journeys. And then we have the Seven of Swords. So I'm feeling here that, with this energy of, where we are, there's this feeling of, yeah, again, for some of us, it's going to be feeling, yeah, I've been working freaking hard for everything I have in my life. And I feel there's this feeling of having done it alone as well, that, I've carried the burden, so I've achieved this. Look what I have done. For some others of us, there's going to, yeah, really feeling like we're in that aloneness of doing this alone, that we haven't had support. And then for others of us, there could be a feeling of, just, yeah, you know what? Almost of righteousness of this. Well, my way was the right way, and so I'm just going to go and do my thing over here, because this is my path, and I need to follow it. So there's also that feeling, and not that it's the right way, but and it's, others are wrong. It's not okay. You know what? I did say righteousness, so there is a little bit of that. That must be for somebody, but there's also a feeling of I need to follow where my ideas are taking me. And so I'm leaving behind these old aspects of myself, or old ways of being. I'm leaving behind my old life, and I am going forward and into my own future in my own way that I feel is right for me. And so there's an aspect of leaving things behind, as you have been coming to this place of feeling very content with everything that you have achieved. And I say you, and it's going to be for some of us, and then for others it'll be a little different. It's just each one of us finding our own resonance within that energy and how it relates to us personally. And then we have the Six of Pentagrams. So, okay, so in relation to the shadow here and being seduced by the stories and the archetypes, there is, so in stepping outside of that, and I feel like that's what this is, because a lot of us are working towards this slowly, but there's still going to be aspects that we haven't addressed yet within our lives, that are, still under cover of shadow, or that there's still parts where we're still perhaps on some level playing a bit of victimhood, or we are, there's days where we're totally feel, amazing and beautiful, and that we have finally gotten past that point. And then there's days where we don't, where that we feel that we're powerless to all of it. So there's perhaps a little bit of flipping back and forth with that. But I'm feeling with this, again, this Four of Pentagrams, that in general, we have this feeling of being pretty happy with our lives and where we've got, and we're recognizing that it's been a lot of hard work to do there, and that we are on this path to enlightenment, to recognize these aspects of ourselves, of our thoughts that, aren't working for us, and, that we want to release the resistance to, all the amazing possibilities that are available to us, and that we want to release the illusion of separation in this. So, and these are all thoughts, right? They're all beliefs. So that there is this, yes, I'm carrying all these beliefs around, with these swords, and I am working on, so they're heavy because they're cumbersome, and they keep you from, achieving things that you maybe want. But we are doing it, that we are dropping them one by one here. And so we have the Six of Pentagrams, which is Six of Pentacles. Yeah, so I'm feeling like, in this, we're at a place, a lot of us, where there's a really good give and take of energies here. And that, because we're recognizing when we need to rest, when we need to play, when we need to work, when we need to, do whatever it is, give and take of energies. And also, again, I'm feeling that, we're helping others around us. There's a feeling of community, with this particular card for some of us as well. And yeah, it just feels really, really, really good and positive overall in our journeys. So in the next row, we have communicating. So communication is very important. It's communicating not only with others, but communicating with ourselves, the relationship we have with ourselves, communicating with our connection to source, our intuition, guides and angels, and all that. Yeah, it's listening to the signs in nature, the whispers in the trees, the birds, listening to, yeah, our inner voice, listening to our bodies, the wisdom of our bodies. I'm feeling that too. Oh, okay. So we have the 10 of Swords again. So this little guy, this card keeps wanting to pop up here. He's definitely really showing to us that, you know, we are ending a lot of ways of being. So again, the end of a cycle, the end of an era. I believe that, you know, times are changing, our lives are changing, the world is changing. So a lot of things are ending, which to me, endings can seem scary. They can seem, you know, like what now? But they're an important aspect because they are creating space for new things to come in. And that's the thing to remember, that it's part of the ebb and flow. It's part of the duality that we experience in our lives as, you know, human beings. So we have the Queen of Pentagrams. And I'm feeling a lot of power with this particular card. So this is calling, I'm feeling like, you know, this is not related specifically to a man or a woman, but this particular energy is calling to them what they want to manifest in their lives. This is like really, I feel like this queen is connecting with the stars, with the universe. I'm feeling really connected with the earth as well in this particular card. Of course, it is pentagrams or pentacles. So there is a lot of that, and manifesting, calling in what you want to release and what you want to manifest. So very, very powerful card. There's a lot of awareness, a lot of presence with this card, and a lot of awareness in terms of how your thoughts and your intentions are powerful as well. And then finally, oh, there's this devil card again. So this devil, I see a couple cards here. Death is also here. So we had that one come up in the weekend reading as well. And so with the devil here, so this is recognizing what might be keeping us stuck in our patterns, in relationships, fears. Are we letting our fears control us? As we are moving forward here, as we are moving into the future, what are we manifesting, and are we creating from a place of fear? And I feel like this is what this card is suggesting, this devil card here. I'll put them that way since it goes in this order. But as we are creating, you know, are we creating from a place of fear and safety, or are we dreaming bigger than that? And then finally, we have the invisibility, so authenticity. So this is about really not hiding who we truly are from anyone. This is being completely transparent about, I'm sorry, my dog is wanting a treat. He has his Kong and his ball sitting here, and he's giving me the eye. And so I apologize if you can hear him barking a little bit. Sorry, bud, I gotta finish this. And then I'll give you a treat, okay? Because you're a good boy. Invisibility. So this is about being transparent in your intentions, and that you have no hidden agendas. This is being true with your word, acting from a place of integrity. And this is what we are working towards. This is the energies of the week. And this is a beautiful place to be because this is of pure heartedness. and yeah, just you're speaking your truth, and then you're acting according to that. So the Wheel of Fortune we have here. So yeah, this is telling me from as we are stepping into this energy and with setting that intention, and that will be part of the intention setting here, is being transparent and coming from a place of integrity and not allowing fear to stop us or hold us back from who we truly are. But this is showing to me that as we carry in or exist in this energy and come from this place of being, of authenticity, the energies around us will shift accordingly, and we will begin to attract new opportunities and new people into our lives according to this. So fortune's changing basically, and basically new, as I say that, new opportunities and new people coming in, but it also means that your life is changing in profound ways and opening up much higher levels of energies into your life. And we have the 8 of Pentagrams. So 8 of Pentacles. So this is drawing on skills. So let me feel into this card a little bit, because this is all about skills. I'm just, we have quite a few pentagrams or pentacles in this reading. And we also have, we have 3 major arcana cards here as well. 3 out of 9, well, 10, you could say, because we have this extra 10 of pentagrams that has come through or come down. So we have the 9, okay. And then we have swords. So interesting, because I believe last week's reading too, it was pentagrams and swords as well. So that's kind of interesting. And this is basically with the pentagrams is our manifest world. Swords is our thoughts, communication. It's air, right? So to me, this is representing how our thoughts create our reality, and that's what this is about. So it is coming from, a place of authenticity and recognizing where we might not be authentic within ourselves, and where we might not hold integrity in our words and our actions, because there are shadow aspects or parts of us that we have not recognized where we are operating from fear. So we're holding back parts of ourselves that we're not even aware of. So that communication, to me, is about communicating with these parts of ourselves that are coming from a place of fear. Perhaps there is a wounded child aspect or something that happened to you when you were a child. And so it is communicating with that soul part, that part of you that is hurting, and being the parent to that part of you that you didn't have or that you needed. So there's that type of communication, which will open up a flood of energy that will now become available to you upon releasing this, bringing this into the light, gaining the wisdom of the lessons, and recognizing all the parts I had spoken of with that. And then this will allow the transformation of being authentic in your word, acting from a place of integrity in a whole new level, because you have brought this into awareness, and which changes our life in profound ways. And so with this 8 of Pentagrams, I'm feeling that this is... I'm feeling like resources. So I'm feeling like there's a lot of resources that we can draw upon. I'm feeling like there's community, like support. This isn't the typical meaning of this card, but intuitively I'm feeling like in this process. So I'm feeling like this is very healing. There's a big shift here of healing oneself. The energies are supporting it for a lot of us. And I'm feeling like you have community to draw on. You're not alone in this process. Should you need some help, or should you need support in some way, there are many different things that you can draw on. And I'm feeling that it is just a matter of opening yourself up to them and opening your heart and trusting that you're not alone. Because with the arms crossed here, I feel like there's a little bit of wanting to draw inward because of the hurting. And I think that is, again, an old pattern to recognize within oneself, that all these resources are around you, but it's just reaching out and um, connecting with one, at least one, to help you if you need it. And then the final card of this reading is death, which, again, is, I'm thinking, and I've said this in many of my readings, you can't make this up, how the cards lay out in such a way. And what this is talking about, healing. So the death is, again, transformation. This is a big transformative week ahead of us. And so really a beautiful message here with this week. I am absolutely loving it. So not an easy, energetic week in terms of, it being light and fun, but just an opportunity for growth here and stepping more into our truth, and basically being able to start vibrating in an energy of personal power. So thank you for joining me again. That is another beautiful reading. It seems like all the readings for this week are quite profound and very powerful, and I absolutely love them all because they all have such a feeling of positivity and shifting and compassion and healing, and I am just loving it because it's all for the better. It's all for love, and it's absolutely beautiful. So with that, I am sending you so much love, and please be well, and I wish you so much peace, and be good to yourselves, and we will see you next week. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Bye.